Yo, what's going on, guys? My name's Alex Orwake, and today I just wanted to talk about a story about when I went to Maine. It took place a few weeks ago, and I actually dropped my phone off a roller coaster, as fucking clumsy as that sounds. So to give you a little bit of background about the situation, basically every year my AAU basketball team goes to Maine towards the end of June for a basketball tournament. And I think this year every team in the organization went, like all grade levels. So I was on the 11th grade boys team, and after one of our games on Saturday, we ended up going to the carnival because we thought it would be a lot of fun. We met up with the 11th grade girls, some of them, and we all just got tickets for some rides, and we thought it would be fun. And one of my friends was actually sick at the time. He was like throwing up earlier and stuff, so I was just kind of hanging out with him because he seemed like he wasn't having too good of a time, because he was just holding everybody's phones while they went on rides, so I was just kind of hanging by him. But then one of the rides, it was like two-seaters, like you had to sit with somebody else, and one of the girls didn't have someone to go with, so they asked me to go. So I was like, sorry buddy, and I just went on the ride. I didn't actually give him my phone, even though he was holding all of them. The best picture I could find of it, I'm going to put on the screen now. I looked for it on Google Images, and this is pretty much the best representation of what this ride was. And it pretty much just like swings back and forth and spins around. And they actually had a pile where you could put your phones and your hats and whatever you had in the middle, and they would just hold it for you. And I was just like, I got on so quickly, I was just like, alright, I don't need to do that. Like, nothing's gonna fall out of my pocket, I'll be fine. Because I don't know, I guess every time I've gotten on a roller coaster before, I've just been lucky with that type of stuff. Nothing's ever really fallen out of my pocket or broken. But anyways, the ride started, and everything was going well, and it was a lot of fun until just about in the middle of the ride, the carts kind of like swung up into the air. And they were really high. I gotta say, it was probably like 20-25 feet in there. I don't know if I'm exaggerating that, but that's what it felt like to me, at least. And my phone just went flying out of my pocket. And the person sitting next to me, she was just like, whoa, was that your phone? And I was like, yeah, I think it was. And I just couldn't enjoy the rest of the ride, unfortunately. And I was actually kind of scared that maybe it like hit someone got hurt. But basically the rest of the ride, I couldn't really enjoy it, so that kind of sucks. So two of my other friends decided to sit on the bench with the kid that was sick. So once the ride ended, my cart kind of, like, ironically, it just stopped, like, in a way that I was, like, kind of facing them. I was still kind of far away, but I was facing them on the bench. And they could tell that something fell out of my pocket, but they didn't know what it was. They didn't think it was my phone, but it was black and it was hard to see because it was, like, dark outside. So they asked me, like, what it was, and I was like, yo, could you guys, like, go find my phone? And then they kind of looked like they were like, oh, shit. And whenever I got off the ride, I looked at everybody getting their stuff out of the middle of the pile, and a couple of people gave me some looks like you're a fucking idiot. And I understood that because, you know, I probably should have put my phone in the middle, but I just didn't think I needed to. So I walked out through the exit, and there was this little kid just standing there with his parents, and I guess he just picked up my phone. And thank God it didn't hit anybody, because that actually probably could have hurt somebody. But he was just standing there with my phone, and he gave it back to me. And to my amazement, the screen wasn't shattered, but the back was shattered to absolute shit, and it still worked. And I don't understand how the fuck my phone still works, but I ended up using it for like another week, and the GPS, I figured out the GPS wasn't really working, and alright, so anyways, pretty much the next week, I ended up trying to use my GPS to go to a basketball workout in Connecticut, and I live in Massachusetts, so it was about an hour drive, a little bit less than an hour. So I put it in my GPS, and it didn't work. So I drove off my street, and then it just lost a signal. So I drove back, and I tried to get my dad to fix it because, like, I don't know what the fuck to do. And he put it on like a different program, like a Google Maps program or something, instead of the one I was using. And I drove back out again, didn't work. So I came back, and my mom was just like, all right, you just use my phone. So I took my mom's phone, and I did end up being like a half hour late for that workout. And I had to get my phone replaced in the end, but I thought that was just pretty crazy how it still worked. It falls from 20 feet and it still works, you know what I mean? So yeah, I guess that's just the story for today, and I'll see you guys next time.